Hello everyone, welcome to or back to the new grid. I'm Kyle, and in today's video I'm going to do some last testing of 10.6.1, and I'm hoping to get 10.8 fairly soon and try out the phantom braking tests that I did previously to see if they've improved or not. But in this one I want to show a little bit of how someone directing the traffic performs, how it performs in a construction zone where they're directing traffic, how it performs around that barricade I showed in a previous video, now in the daytime rather than at nighttime, how it performs one of the toughest turns, I'd say, as an intersection with a light, and how beta kind of remembers a little bit about what the roadway's like and how it adapts to situations that it finds as it's driving. So in this first clip, I'm approaching an intersection where an officer's directing traffic because there's quite a bit of traffic at this time. And as I'm approaching that intersection, the officer is basically giving me the go-ahead to go through the intersection. So I went ahead and let off on the accelerator, and beta was starting to slow down. So with that, I did press the accelerator to go through that intersection, so that is an area that beta can improve on, and I did report that to Tesla. In this next clip, I'm driving along a construction road and there's someone with a sign to stop. Well, they're partway down the road, which is a little odd for stopping and going, so I had to take over at that point and stop beta. Once I did start going through after I was given the go-ahead, I did put it into beta and it did move around the person just fine. So another area where it needs to improve upon is if there's construction workers telling you to stop. Now, I will tell you that I forced beta to go down this direction because I wanted to see how it would perform. Beta didn't want to take me down this road, so I had to manually override it and go that way. So it's a little bit of, hey, beta probably could have avoided it, but I wanted to see what would happen if it tried to go through that. So in this last construction clip is where I basically have the blocked road that I have to go around those two signs. In this case, at least in the daylight for me, it looked like it was going to cut that corner too sharply and my car would actually hit the sign. So I ended up taking over. I also had a car following me, so I didn't want it to go too slowly because they were basically on my bumper. But it seems like at night it had a better path planning to go further around that object than it did during the daytime. I wonder if there is a difference between night and day on how accurate and how closely it holds two objects. So that's something I want to look out for, and I'm definitely going to plan on trying this whole construction route again once I get 10.8. Now, as for that odd turn that basically the lights are offset, I took over and made it go in the inside lane because I wondered if it was going to go through it properly, get in the right lane and everything. So with that, here we go. We basically maintain the lane we're in and we go into the first available lane, which is correct. So it did very well in that situation. It wasn't trying to be aggressive or anything. It was performed just fine doing that. Finally, I have a clip where beta does some memory of the lights. So at a train track, I have a train that's basically just ended going through. Normal cases, train tracks for me, I hate. I take over and drive because basically it doesn't do anything for them. It just goes right over them, and my train tracks are horrible and bumpy, so I don't do anything. Well, in this case, it remembered that there was a light that was blinking there, so it wanted to stop and basically stop right before the train track. And because there's a lot of traffic because of a train being there, I ended up pressing the accelerator slightly to go over this train track. So this kind of shows how beta can adapt to the situations that it's in, but here's where it might actually have just stopped there for a while. I don't know how long it would have stopped before it proceeded, but because it had remembered there was a light there and it was blinking, it wanted to stop before going over this traffic signal. I hope to have 10.8 very soon. I'll plan on doing some tests on the phantom braking to see if that's still an issue, if it's as bad as it was and whatnot. So I'm planning on doing basically the same drive that I've done before, and I might try some other routes that I've seen that issue in, but I didn't actually report the issue to Tesla. So with that, thanks for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.